Thank you so much for watching Landumc Goes There. Please subscribe and hit the like button and the bell notification button. Get Smart is an American comedy television series that was a parody of the secret agent genre. By the mid-1960s, the spy craze was climbing into its peak. James Bond was well on his way to his fourth big-screen mission, and Napoleon Solo teamed with Ilya Kuryakin in television's The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Young boys around the country were playing Cold War with their Johnny 7 toy guns. There were some light-hearted spins that were done on this genre, like Dean Martin's Matt Helm movies, but it was the sitcom Get Smart that opened the doors to the spy parody. Mel Brooks and Buck Henry created this irreverent, hilarious sitcom in 1965. The show would deliver infectious catchphrases and nifty gadgets. Phrases like, "Would you believe?" or "Missed it by that much" are the one that's probably the most familiar. "Sorry about that, Chief." There were villains, cool cars, shoe phones, beautiful women, and an android named Jaime. Don Adams and Barbara Feldon made a perfect pair as Maxwell Smart and Agent 99. In the years to come, there would be many knockoffs and remakes, but the original Get Smart still stands as the best spy comedy from that time. When Mel Brooks presented the pilot script to ABC, the network set its mind on using Tom Poston as the star. They were enamored with his work on The Steve Allen Show. Additionally, the executives for the network tried to soften the show a bit by asking for a family vibe with Max's mother and a cute pooch. These creative differences led to the show landing at NBC instead. Poston ended up getting lost in the shuffle, but he went on to do fine for himself, becoming a beloved part of the sitcom Newhart. Mel Brooks added a dog at the behest of the network, though the creators named the hound Fang and gave him a shaggy and snarly look. That didn't stop the pooch from becoming a favorite on the show, so much so that he ended up on the cover of comic books. But the animal proved too difficult to film with and too expensive to direct. So Agent K-13 was written off the show early in season 2. Now, what is a spy without a sweet ride? The cute red Sunbeam convertible seen in the credits of the first 2 seasons is most associated with the show. However, in the pilot, Max whipped around in a Ferrari 250 GT PF Spider. In season 3, Volkswagen became a sponsor of the show, and Max ended up switching to a curvy blue Carmen Ghia. Finally, in season 5, Buick took over the sponsorship, and Max had a roof over his head on the road with a sporty gold Opel GT. You might find it odd to realize that Johnny Carson appeared in 2 episodes. The talk show legend made a mere handful of television acting roles outside of The Tonight Show. Yet he took time to appear as a train conductor and a King's Herald. Carson was pretty picky about what he did, so I find it odd that this was one of the few places, other than The Tonight Show, that he showed up. There were many comedians that lined up for bit roles on the show. Carol Burnett was one, Don Rickles, Steve Allen, Bob Hope, and Buddy Hackett all turned up, and that's just to name a few. Andy Warhol turned Barbara Feldon into pop art for the cover of TV Guide. Warhol put profiles of Feldon on fields of orange, yellow, red, and blue for the cover of the issue that was released March 5th through the 11th, 1966. This sitcom spoofed everything from James Bond to Alfred Hitchcock in episodes like Greer Window, Bronze Finger, Tequila Mockingbird, and Die Spy. The series skewered everything from classic films to iconic novels. And as a complete turnaround, F Troop ended up spoofing Get Smart. Get Smart was up for a little ribbing itself. In the season 1 F Troop episode, Spy, Counter Spy, Counter, Counter Spy, Pat Harrington Jr. plays Be Wise, a clear parody of Don Adams on Get Smart. And it really is no wonder that this happened. The shows do have a connection. Early in his career, Don Adams was in a comedy team that was dubbed the Young Brothers, with Jay Lawrence, the younger brother of F Troop star Larry Storch. Agent 99's real name is never revealed. Not even the duo's eventual marriage spilled the beans on Agent 99's real name. Don Adams went on to do a White Castle commercial in character. It started using a catchphrase, "Would you believe? A fish sandwich and a regular order of fries for just 99 cents. He used his catchphrases to sell everything from hamburgers to rental cars, even auto parts and Toyotas. The show was the very first television franchise to air episodes on NBC, CBS, ABC, and Fox. Beginning on NBC, the show jumped to CBS in its 5th and final season. The 1989 reunion movie, Get Smart Again, aired on ABC. And finally, have we forgotten about the reboot? There was a reboot in 1995 that starred Andy Dick, which was kind of a half-hearted effort by Fox to revive the franchise. Dick portrayed Zach Smart, son of Max and 99. The show did terribly and was swiftly canceled after just a handful of episodes. Now, the lovely Barbara Feldon really stands out because of her role on this sitcom. But she was pretty popular and somewhat famous before she got this role. You see, we didn't know who she was, but everybody knew her face because of a commercial that she did in 1965. It shows her trying to convince you to buy Top Brass hair cream. She rolls around on a variety of tiger skin rugs with a very sensuous tone. So at that time, we knew her face, but not her name. I'll leave a link in the description of a YouTube copy of this commercial. It's kind of fun to watch. Take a look back at this classic show from the 60s. It's always a laugh. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll continue to chase the classics.